Alright guys, I have promised you we're going to have a look at the Conquer ship in this video, which we used earlier to hit people's bases. So let's come up in here. We're going to have a look at this Conquer fleet here. You have that little icon up here, which means it's a Conquer fleet. Here, the base header. You can change edit your fleet name. If you go to edit fleet name, then you can type in here what your fleet name is going to be. Okay. Let's come up in here. First of all, we're gonna do this. It's the Baron. It's called the Baron hull. Baron. Yeah, those are all Barons. Those are all Baron. Those are Conquer hulls. Like I said before, you can only use Conquer hulls in this game to hit other people's bases. Okay. Ship 22 million. I don't know what that refers to. I'm not sure what that refers to, the 22 million. It probably refers to how much resources it can hold per ship. 22,952,000 resources of oil, metal, energy, and Cynthium. Or maybe not. It's the ship's health, by the way. It's the ship's health. It's what it is. It's not how many resources the ship can hold. It's the ship's health. 22,952,830. It's the ship's health. It says it up there. The ship's health. Anyway, it's a tier 13 ship. The weight is 531,000. It's a Conquer class hull. Armor points 22,952. Yeah, it's the armor points. It's the armor points. 22 million, I should say 22,952,830 armor points the ship has. Alright. 100% repair modifier. Now, all these ships here, they're built the same. Alright. The VXP bonus, rank firing bonus 75%, rank turning bonus 75%. We don't have the U1, or do we? Do we have it's just yes, it does have the Baron. It has 100 out of 200, the Baron upgrade kit. You can see the extra upgrade level here as well. And let's come back in here. We're gonna have a look in here. The attack range. Let's have a look at the upgrade level first up there. The U1 armor points. 5,500,000 armor points extra for the upgrade level U1. Evade bonus 20%. Ballistic defense from ballistic weapons 5%. Defense from explosive weapons 10%. Defense from penetrative weapons 10%. Defense from radioactive weapons 40%. Defense from concussive weapons 15%. Ballistic damage 20%, yeah. Turret, the U1 turret 28,000 plus 140%. Defense, turret defense there. Splash damage reduction plus 20,000, which is 100% reduction. Alright, let's have a look at the attack there. Range. The attack range is 93. The damage of this hull, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons on it. 5 weapons. 1,113,000 damage with all those 5 weapons together. We have a ballistic reload of 110 because we have ballistic weapons on there. Ballistic Reload 110%. Ballistic range plus 50% to the actual range of the weapon. Let's see what the range of this weapon is. It's the Sigil cannon. The range of that weapon is 62% range. 62% range. So we are going to get an extra percentage of range to this weapon. Ballistic range. We're going to get 50% more range from this weapon because of the special that we have on this ship here. Ballistic accuracy 105%. Penetrative damage. I don't know what it does. Penetrative 70%. It does explosive damage 70%. Concussive damage 70%. Okay. Ballistic damage plus 218%. Radioactive damage 70%. Corrosive damage 70%. Projectile speed 75%. Splash damage 45%. Building damage it does 394%, and wall damage 395% wall damage. The weapons do all that damage. Now the defense here. Evade bonus 21% evasion. Stun resistance, which means it can stun the ship weapons. It can stun the weapons from enemy ships, and it can also stun turrets for a certain amount of time before they are going to start firing again. Ballistic defense plus 70%. Explosive defense 25%. Penetrative defense. We're getting defended here from penetrative, explosive, ballistic. Radioactive defense 20%. Concussive defense 40%, which is a little bit more. Corrosive defense 43%. Tactical field resistance 50%. Turret defense 12,800 plus. We're going to get another 64% turret defense, which means 64% protection from turret weapons. Field resistance plus 50%. Cool. That is cool. Field resistance. Splash 20,000 plus 100%. Damage reduction. The 100% is the damage reduction because the splash does a lot of damage out of these weapons. These weapons have splash reduction, splash damage. Okay, the movement from the ship itself. Combat speed is 51. Turn speed is 64. The map speed is 125. So 125 miles per hour on the map. 51 miles per hour in combat. The turn speed, how fast it turns, 64. It has a thermal imaging range as well. I didn't know that. A thermal imaging range means those ships, those guys here, those ships, the Barons, they are on top of the water. Those are not submarines. Those are not. Those are not submarines. So the thermal imaging range means when you're fighting against submarines, like a player versus player. If your enemy player has a submarine, this ship can detect his subs underwater, which means this ship will fire at that person's submarines when they are submerged underwater. That is what the thermal imaging range does. So I'll say that again, when you're doing a PvP, player versus player, and if your enemy player is using the Barons, for example, using the Barons, Barons versus here Mirage. Barons versus Mirage. The Barons will be able to see the Mirages underwater because of the thermal imaging those Barons have. The mirages are underwater. The Barons will be able to see them and they will be able to kill the mirages because of that thermal imaging. And the thermal imaging range is 75, which is a large image to see submarines underwater with. Alright, cargo. It can hold 40 million tons of cargo per ship. Per ship it can hold 40 million tons of cargo per ship. Total repair time for this ship is 30 minutes for one, but only for one ship. 30 minutes and 2-second repair from full dead. Yeah, from full dead, 30 minutes to full health. Alright. The special abilities on this Baron's carriage is stay stationary for 6 seconds to gain a burst of speed which decreases over 6 seconds. Duplicate aura cap is 1. Field of effect as well. Now the type friendly. It's a friendly type ship. Affects ships, combat speed, 145% combat speed, turn speed 60, and the cool snap. The cool snap means when you're firing at other ships, it will instantly turn on the cold snap immune to other ships, which means that the cold snap immune will kill the enemy ships off when you're fighting against those elite fleets out there. When you're fighting against the PvP, the cold snap immune will kill your enemy player off right away. We have seen that in combat there. I might show that again with this fleet right here. Okay, let's have a look at the weapons then. Those are the weapons up here. The Siegel Cannon, it's called. It's a draconian tech. It's a hull. You can add this Siegel Cannon to the following hulls. You can add it to the Conqueror hull, which is this one right here. A Conqueror. You can add it to a Baron. I have one Baron. I have that's a Baron. That's a Baron. What am I talking about? That is a Baron. A Baron, you won. Okay. It's a tier 13 weapon. Weapon type cannon. It does a damage type ballistic. Weight 38,000 tons. All these weapons, they weigh something. Alright, let's have a look at the attack. Projectile speed. The projectile speed of these cannons, 350. Splash is 6. That's the splash damage. Splash minimum damage, 25%. The actual range of this weapon on its own is 62 meter range. Now, we have specials down here. We're going to take a look at them as well. The damage per shot, damage per volley, 55,000 it does damage. This weapon does 55,000 damage per shot and per weapon. We have, what's this? This is the Savory Heavy Cannon. Okay, we got 5 cannons. This is a different type. Let's have a look at that one first. The salvo is 5. The reload time is 4 seconds. Salvo reload time is 0.2 seconds. Ballistic deflection is plus 100%, and it has the bypass as well, which means bypass means it will bypass the defense system, of course. It also has countermeasure evasion by 100%. It will bypass the enemy's defense system, this weapon does. Alright, this weapon here, the Savior Heavy Cannon 1. It's a draconian tech cannon weapon. Conquer, Baron, Hull, class type, Barons. Weapon type, cannon, damage type, ballistic. The weapon weight, 38,000 tons. This is a heavy weapon, it says, alright. The projectile speed is 300. Splash damage, 15. Minimum splash damage, 50%. The range is also 62 meters. Damage is this weapon does 130,000 damage. 130,000 per volley. I think it's per volley. The reload time is 12 seconds. Ballistic deflection. It's got a ballistic deflection plus 100% bypass. You can bypass ballistic deflection, which is pretty awesome. It also has this counter measure evasion, which will counter anything at all. It will counter probably missiles, mortars, rockets, torpedoes. It's got this counter measure evasion. Alright, let's have a look at the armor plates. It's got the invader plate CD, I don't know if that's a D, it's a CO12. It's a Draconian Tech armor plate, tier 12, Hull class Conquer, armor points. Now this weapon has armor 226,415 armor points, which is quite a lot for this ship right here. Weight 16,000 tons it does. It weighs in at 16,000 tons, which is a pretty heavy armor. It also has a 10% corrosive defense, which means that you are protected from corrosive weapons by 10%. It has a 10% corrosive defense. Alright, miscellaneous, equip cap ×2, and it has a duration repair duration of 1 second, which is pretty awesome. Alright, we said that this weapon here has a range of 62, and this weapon also has a range of 62. Now, this special here is an autoloader. It will autoload ballistic weapons. It's an autoloader 3. It's a Forsaken Tech tier. You can find it on tier 2.25. It weighs plus 60. It will reload ballistic weapons. That's here, ballistic reload. So it will load ballistic weapons only. Those are all ballistic type weapons. The ballistic. Do we have the projectile speed? No. Salvo reload. Reload time? 4. This thing here, the autoloader, will reload this Sigil cannon and this here Savory cannon 110% faster. Let's have a look at the. Can we see it here? Can we see the reload here? Yeah, ballistic reload 110. It says here 100% reload means a weapon will fire twice as often. Additional source of reload are additive. It will reload the weapon 100% twice as fast. Reload is a type of stat that reduces the time between salvos for the listed damage or weapon type. Alright. 100% ballistic reload, 110% here. It will reload that weapon 110 times faster than it will reload without it. Alright, what do we have here? The ballistic calibrator. Draconian Tech. Hull class Conqueror. You can also put this on a defender hull as well. If you're using ballistic weapons on a defender hull, you can also put this on a defender hull. Alright. Find it on tier 7. It weighs 15%. Now this ballistic calibrator will give those weapons a ballistic accuracy of 45%. It will give that extra projectile speed of 75%. And it will give the weapon an extra ballistic damage of 70%. Let's have a look at the ballistic accuracy. Here we are. 105% ballistic accuracy. Projectile speed with a projectile speed down here. Projectile speed 75% projectile speed. Look at that. Projectile speed 75% projectile speed. The speed of the projectiles that will be fired out of these cannons here. Then we have ballistic damage 75%. Ballistic here. Ballistic damage here is 218%. So these weapons do a ballistic damage of 218% more. 100% damage equals twice as much. So 218 will do probably 4 times as much damage. I'm not sure about that though, but probably either 3.5 to 4 times twice as much. Alright, what else do we have here? We have the turbocharged engine C. It's a Legion tech. You can fit it onto the Hull class Conqueror and Defender. Total weight 14%. Let's actually have a look at the attack. Ballistic damage. This turbocharged engine does ballistic damage 10%. Ballistic damage here. It adds the 10% onto the 218% right there. Evade bonus. Where's the evade bonus? The evade bonus, 21% evade bonus, which means the ship will drive a lot quicker. Evade, where is it? Let's have a look under defense here. Here it is, evade bonus. And each one will say what they mean. Evade bonus is a stat that reduces incoming projectiles accuracy by the listed amount. Only applies to weapons that have a listed accuracy. Additional sources of evade bonus are multiplicative. Alright, multiplicative. Alright. It has, for movement, a bonus combat speed. The movements are down here. Combat speed, 51 combat speed. 110% combat speed, which is 51. Combat speed. Turn speed is 170%, which is 64. Map speed, 100% map speed, which is 125 miles per hour on the map here. Seen earlier there. We're going to check that out again. 125 miles per hour map speed is 100% map speed. Alright. Then we have here the Conquest Battery 2. It's a Legion tech. You can fit it to a Conqueror class hull. Tier 12. Total weight is 25%. Yeah. Building damage. Building damage. Where is it? Building damage. Building damage. Where is building damage? Yeah, I can't see building damage here. If the building damage 110, that special will do damage to building 110% more damage. It can do 110% wall damage. Here we are. Here it is. Building damage, wall damage. The building damage is here at 394% building damage. So this special here will make those weapons do more building damage, 394% more building damage, and it will, this special here will give the weapons more wall damage here as well. 393.5% more wall damage those weapons will do up here. Alright, then we have bonus combat speed. Bonus combat speed 25%. Movement, that'll be under movement. Combat speed 51. And the turn speed 64. Alright, so we have here also turn speed, map speed, combat speed, bonus combat speed, and here even more combat speed and turn speed. Cool. Okay, here we have the augmented ballistic armament. Okay, Forsaken tech, you can add it onto a hull classes Conqueror and Defender hull. It's a tier 6. You find it. Weapon weight is 20%. Attack. Let's check under. Do we have attack here? Yes, we do. Ballistic accuracy 60% here. Ballistic accuracy 105%. We got a ton of accuracy, ballistic accuracy right there. Ballistic range. The original range of this weapon is 62. The ballistic range will give 50% extra range to these weapons. We have here a ballistic range of 50%. Look at that. 50% more range to these weapons. So the range is not 62 anymore. It has to be by at least 70 or 75 meter range. These weapons have. So what that means is this will give 50% more range to this weapon here. It's either 70 or 75 range, 75 meter range, because of the 50% more range to these here weapons. Alright, splash, 45% splash. This special here will give 45% more splash. So these weapons will do a 45% more splash, and those weapons will be 60% more accurate. It says here, they're going to be 105% more accurate while they are going to be firing. Alright, what do we have here? Do we have the Invasion Scanner number 3? Invasion Scanner 3 is the Forsaken tech. Hull class Conqueror, you can fit this too, and then weapon weight 25%. So the attack we have here. Ballistic damage. Ballistic damage 218%. 70% ballistic damage, yes. Penetrative damage 70%, explosive damage, concussive damage 70% here. concussive, corrosive damage 70%, radioactive damage it will do. So the attack means it will do ballistic damage 70%, it will do penetrative damage 70%, it will do explosive damage 70%, it will do concussive damage 70%, corrosive damage, radioactive damage it will do 70%, it will do building damage 135%, and wall damage 135%. You can read it out off here as well. We're going to in different videos we're going to go in depth more on these numbers here, what they mean, and how those numbers are stacked with the specials here. Okay, let's go down to defense here. Defense. Defense splash damage 20,000. Here, splash 20,000 plus a 100% damage reduction there. Tactical field resistance. Here, field resistance 50%. It has a turret defense of 12,100, which means you are protected against turret fire by 12,800 turret defense. Those are your defense points right here, plus the 64% more. Yeah. I'm going to go a little more in depth on this in later videos. This just to show you guys a little bit of numbers and what they mean here. But in later videos, after I have finished explaining all the buildings here, I will go a little bit more in depth on the numbers. All right. Let's have a look at the map speed. We're going to go launch the fleet here. So you click on your fleet, come up here, move here. That's the map speed. Map speed. We can recall the fleet. That's the map speed right there. Map speed. That's the entire map. Out here is the entire map. You can go anywhere on the map here. This map is pretty much huge. Let's go into the base. Alright, so I don't have to do any more. That fleet is docking complete. So you can click that away and your fleet has pretty much docked in your dock. Alright, yeah, I was going to do the labs. I'll do the labs in separate videos. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 labs here. I'm going to do them separate. So I want to say here, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, watch the videos, like the videos, do all that good stuff, and I hope you have liked this explanation of the ship here, of this fleet, the Conqueror. I'm gonna show you guys the rest of the ships that I have here. I'm gonna show you the rest of them as well. I'm gonna show you all the ships that I have. I have a ton of ships, guys. Even in here. Ship designer, select all. Look at all those ships. Lots to show here on this game. Alright, so this should be it. Like I said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next part. Bye bye.